What does it take? Because we can maybe...
I mean, it requires...
We are live, by the way.
Oh, hi.
Hi. Happy Spooktober.
Spooky, scary skeletons. And a Muppet's Haunted Mansion apparently is going to be a thing, and it looks...
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how I feel like it looks. So...
Do that to overwrite that little finger.
I'm a saucer.
Do I want to know?
Look at the roll. Oh. Oh, that makes me happy.
Gosh.
Yeah, what is the spell component for Summon Earth Elemental?
It apparently doesn't consume it.
Oh.
But it requires air, a pebble, ash, and water inside a gold inlaid vial worth at least 400 gold.
Yeah.
But
So we'd have to get one of those made.
But you just kind of have it. It doesn't, consume it.
So,
I mean...
You've had that spell for a while, though, haven't you?
I mean, I've had it since... it's the first time I used it was against What's-Her-Face, but yes, I've had it for a little bit.
Could she retroactively spend the money to
I'd
see
say
if she had one made?
Yeah,
I'd say
just
subtract 400 gold off my character sheet and say I've got it.
Yeah.
Because if it doesn't consume it, then it's like you could have had it made a while back. And the ones that consume it are a little bit harder, because then...
And the ones that consume it are the ones I care about a lot more. Oh, I know.
Right.
400 gold is nothing to you.
Man, I'm down to 2936 gold.
I have broken my economy so bad. All right.
We should just stay in the Feywild, guys. Let's save up for some armor. I'm just gonna stay in the Feywild for a day.
You already have enough to buy
everything.
Basic armor.
Well,
it's only magical things that you would be.
I know.
At this point, I don't even know about that.
No, there's magical stuff that's worth like 10,000 gold.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So, welcome to another episode of Roll for Initiative.
Called Talamh Bezos.
Can I get somebody to check the YouTube channel audio and video
right now?
Because it looks...
Audio and video are good.
Okay, because on my screen it's super blurry, so I just wanted to make sure.
Nope, I see it all on the channel. I'm probably the only one who's got it up, but...
Alright, well, cool. So jumping right into it, the party last week was entered the Feywild separately, and through a lot of really lucky rolls and some good... Really, it came down to the rolls. We're able to find each other again, where all three parties ended up talking separately with the Queen of Witches, where she attempted to sway them all to whatever their heart's desire, but they saw through the duplicitous nature of the Queen and decided against making any deals. Did find out that one of the items that they are searching for, the armor of the Ancients, I believe, is held by one of the Fey Lords, but they don't know which one. And that's basically where we left off. So I'm going to let you guys just get into it and figure out what you want to do.
Party with Mr. Bearman.
Well, so we camped, right?
Yes.
Yes. We did go to sleep.
So we know about...
Oh, it's only got 1,000-foot range. Dang it.
What were you trying to do?
Oh, locate objects?
Locate objects. me see here. What else do I have?
We have Bear King.
Yeah. The
Lord of
Eladrin
the
told
Hunt.
us where roughly where they were located.
Right.
Bear
I
King's
have-
in the north.
Forest controlled by Northwest Forest, Bear King. South Prairie, Lord of the Hunt. Region of Rivers, I don't...
The River King.
River King, I think.
Yep.
The Chasm has the Queen of Night. And
Queen
she
of Night
does have...
magic.
It was stated she has cool things. Those are the ones that I have written down. It was stated in the Chasm there's a lot of monsters down in there, but if we get to the Queen of Night, she has cool objects and items, so she probably that would be like probably the most obvious.
One thing I would like to do. I think I have some empty bottles. Let me check here. No, I don't. Okay, I need to get a hold of some vials.
What do you need to do?
I need vials of water, and then I can turn them into holy water.
Can you
And then-
make holy dust pellets? Like use the dust of dryness, and can you like do it that way?
Don't know if those would affect the holy nature of the holy water. So that would be up to DM discretion. But I can create holy water, and then I can use holy water as a material component for a higher level spell, Magic Circle, which can give us some amount of protection. But it has to be one I prepare in advance. It's because it takes a minute to cast, so it's not like it's something I can throw out during combat. But like before we're about to encounter some Fey, I could put Magic Circle around us, but I need holy water to do it, or else a bunch of other stuff. But that's one of the possible material components.
This
Is
one's
holy
also
water.
1,000
And since I can make holy water, it just becomes a time-consuming process. But I can do
Well, let's go find bottles.
so. Not a huge thing right now, but I was gonna make some right away if I had some vials, but I don't. Although actually, I might still have an empty bottle from when I used my one health potion a long time ago.
Oh yeah.
Because I had a greater healing potion at one point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I'm gonna fill that bottle from a greater healing potion
Okay.
with water from our flask of endless water that Oliver has. I'm just gonna ask him to, hey, fill this with water, please. And then I will cast Ceremony.
You
Where-
get one
and I
gallon
will-
of water, whatever you want to do with 1 gallon.
Well, I'm just gonna fill this one bottle with it, and then I will cast Ceremony. I will do this during my watch, if that's okay. I'll still expend the spell slot, but it takes an hour, so I'll do it. I'll have done it during my watch. So I would have filled it up before night, and then during my time to watch, I'll cast the spell. So.
Okay.
I touch one vial of water and cause it to become holy water. So I just have holy water now.
There you go.
So. There's other things I can do with Ceremony. There's Coming of Age. You touch one humanoid who is a young adult for the next 24 hours. Whenever the target makes an ability check, it can roll a d4 and add the number rolled to the check. So I could cast that on Talamh. But a creature can only benefit from it once.
Interesting.
So, yeah.
Lame.
Paladins are weird.
I can wed people. You can touch two adult humanoids willing to be bonded together in marriage. For the next 7 days, they each gain a +2 bonus to AC while within 30 feet of each other.
I mean, can they get divorced afterwards?
A creature can benefit from this right again only if widowed. Nothing can stop them from getting divorced, but they wouldn't be able to use the right again unless one of them had died.
Oh god, I could see that going real well for an evil campaign. Like someone just has a thrall, and they just keep like getting
They just
different
keep
people. Like once a
marrying
week, they're
them.
just like they marry them for the bonus AC, and then they kill them.
Wow. Technically, there is nothing in the text that would stop you from doing that.
That's right. That's rules as written.
Where only clerics and paladins
God, that's
can
some
do
lawful evil stuff right there.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Okay. Anyways, getting off track. So, anyways, I will add a vial of holy water to my.
Cool.
All right. So where are you guys going?
I will
My
follow
vote-
wherever they want to go.
My vote is either the chasm or the forest.
To the forest.
Forest? Okay.
Okay, forest.
Dump.
So, let's see. That was about a 3-day journey. So we're looking at probably about a 7-day journey to get there.
You should have brought the cart.
Yeah, through the tree. If only we had time to think about that.
Yeah, there was no time.
Nope.
You guys had all night.
Yeah,
we were sleeping.
I wish I could summon multiple steeds with Find Steed.
I mean, technically, I could be a steed for 6 hours for short rest.
True.
And I feel like I feel like we could logic that in there because the Feywild does funky things to people.
If that's what you want to do, I mean,
Should I have Talamh actually use her wild shape as like a druid wild shape? And then we could then Rhaenyra could ride a horse, and then Oliver could ride a horse.
If I summon my big elk again, it probably could carry all 3 of us. Just not at a gallop.
3 would be pushing it. You might be able to get away with 2.
Talamh's a child.
Yeah, it's more because it's what, a large creature.
I think they might still be considered medium.
So large. I would have thought.
No, it is large. Yep, large beast.
If it was a huge beast, I would say all 3, but a large is not that much bigger.
I'm gonna rule against Talamh using a actual wild shape. I don't think she's had. There's nothing that would have pushed her to do that.
Oh my gosh! Stop it with all of this. I hate.
We could just walk.
Yeah, let's walk. I mean, my walking speed is 40, so.
Mine is still 30.
Yeah. I was just trying to see if there was any way we could, but I can only get 1 steed,
Well,
so.
can we try to like find an Eladrin place or some place around here where we could get a cart from them, or barter from them?
Yeah, maybe. Let's just head towards the forest and just see what we encounter along the way. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's see. Do we want to do that, or do we want to do that? Okay.
Oh, I lied. My wild shape lasts for 4 hours if I were to use it.
Yeah, because you're not Circle of the Moon.
Who wants to ride on a giant eagle?
All right, so you guys are walking, or are you going to...
We're walking.
We're walking.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
If I was not so hell-bent on being thematic, we would totally be flying right now.
No, but that's what makes it fun. We limit ourselves to create a good character and a good story. Because then if you go against your theming, then it's like, what was the point of doing it in the first place?
True. That's why I
Fair
don't
enough.
cast things like Blight.
Yeah.
8d8 necrotic. Oh, so good.
Like you've really needed more damage output.
Always.
All right, so... we're going to tweak Campfire a little bit. So first of all, we're going to do it so that once an ability is used, or once a skill is used, I mean, that skill is no longer available for the round of travel. So, keep that in mind. And no matter who it is. So if Talamh uses nature, Oliver can't use nature. And then... Yep, okay, I know what we're gonna do. I need... everybody to roll me a D20.
Oops. I got a 5.
Alright, and then I need everybody to roll me a D4.
Oh.
Okay,
Ones.
got that. What's with the ones, guys?
Getting them out early.
Yep.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, that's what you wanted to roll.
Oh. Yay.
Yeah, you're killing me here. So... four with that, plus that. All right. So, on this journey, so the way I'm going to do this is, we're going to roll for the overall journey, and then I'm going to put in encounters where I feel like they fit in the terms of days. So we're not rolling for random encounters so much, you're rolling to see how your journey goes, and then I'm rolling for random encounters on each day. Overall, though, that way I know if it's a good journey or a bad journey, and that might change the DC for random encounters. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Okay. So, who's up first for wanting to do a skill check to make the journey a positive one?
I could roll survival to make sure that we don't get in trouble with any sort of iffy ingredients.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a survival check.
All right.
Ooh. Okay. go ahead. Who's next?
I'll do like a little scouting using my stealth to go out a little bit and then come back and get a lay of the land.
Using that new ranger skill.
Oh, rogue.
Rogue. Yeah. All right. Who's next?
I will intimidate anything dangerous that comes across our path.
Fair enough.
Wow. Those are some of the lowest rolls we've gotten with our good stats.
I know.
What's up with... Why are we like the mediocre part right now?
You were saying last night, Zero? You were
I was
jinxing
complaining that campfire was too easy.
I will let you guys know right now you have 2 fails and 1 success. So.
Oh god. Alright, well...
Alright, who's next?
I'm gonna use my perception to,
Busting out the big guns. Okay.
I'm gonna cast guidance.
Go for it.
So you get an extra D4.
On top of the advantage you already get.
Where's guidance been the whole time?
I was gonna say it for your survival, but you'd already rolled it, and technically I can't cast it after I've seen the
Can't cast
results.
after the roll.
Yep.
Alright.
That was performance you just did.
Oh, damn it.
Perception
right
and then roll a d4.
I mean, unless the perception's insanely high. Yeah. Does she even need the D4?
I mean, roll it anyways.
Roll it,
I want to see if you get a
just in
30.
case. Yeah.
Oh.
Close.
Hey, that's pretty good.
All right. Who's next?
I'll get off at one point and investigate our area around us to see if there's like any signs of where people should go or like where the right direction, that type of thing.
Okay.
I was about to say guidance for that, but it's too late. You got a 24 anyway.
You got a
so
24.
Hopefully that's a success.
We can see into the future.
All right. Who's next? I guess Ridire, you're up.
We need another one? Okay. When I fail to intimidate people, I'm going to persuade them to just move on, and I'm going to cast guidance on myself.
Wow.
Roll the one. I mean, even with a crit fail, you can't crit fail skill checks technically. So if the number overall is enough, 12, probably not.
Oh, man.
First, in terms of success or fail. It's too bad I can't use cooking.
I mean, it makes sense that the persuasion would fail after I failed trying to scare them.
Oh, that's
So,
true.
I mean, I'm going to take that one as it comes as duh.
All right. Can we do any more, or?
Oh, well, it's if we need more. It's a certain number we have to do.
We need more?
You need more.
All right. I'm gonna use my insight to figure out why Ridire failed at his usual time.
Guidance, if it's allowed.
It's allowed.
Okay.
You're not sure why she's staring at you so intently, but she is. So.
Oh, I'm staring intently in the opposite direction.
She's stomping her foot though.
All right.
And roll a d4 to that because of guidance.
19.
No, 19.
Um.
Do we need more?
Who wants to roll me a nat 20?
I mean, I'll always want to roll you a nat 20, but I can just roll a d20 for
There you go.
Well, you can just do it like this.
This one.
There you go.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Do you want me to roll a d20 for you?
I would like a d20 to be rolled, please.
All right, that's a
You
9.
said roll a nat 20.
I know what I said. I'm gonna give you all disadvantage on the next thing.
Hey, I did what you told me to do. I didn't snark around that time.
And because of that, you rolled a 9.
But he said he wanted a nat 20, and that's the only way I could guarantee it.
I'm glad you all are listening to me now. Okay, so overall, rough travel. Really straight down the middle in that for every day that you travel that something kind of feels better, the next day is just exhausting. The terrain is pretty easy to go across, but you're used to traveling on the mortal plane, where there are roads, there are pathways to get from city to city. You've been using those for the most part. Following this, you know the direction you need to go, but there's no clear guidance of this way to the forest or this way to the Bear King. Along the way, let's see here, we're going to roll this one. And I'm just going to roll a couple times. Okay. Okay. Fair enough. Couple of days go by, and you find yourselves coming across this very odd looking terrain. There are, where, you know, it's rolling plains, very picturesque. Suddenly the terrain seems to get, in an isolated area, very bumpy. Lots of dirt that you can see. And after a while, Talamh senses movement under the ground. Lots of movement in many different directions.
Graboids.
It's a bunch of cords. Well, boys, there's lots of movement underground. Mind your steps.
I'll start moving forward a little more, like, stealthily, like, carefully.
Okay.
I guess to try to, like, make as little, like, noise / impact as I can.
Go ahead and roll me a stealth check. As you're walking, you try and put your foot where you feel like the ground is, you know, nice and stable and on patches of grass. Unfortunately, you misjudge where you're putting your foot down because of the mask and end up putting your foot right through a little hole in the ground.
Where's Bill Murray when you need him?
Upon doing that, you, Oliver, easily hear a voice ring out, high-pitched, tiny little voice that says, "They've breached! They've breached! Go! Go, go, go!"
Okay, anything happening? Or just that?
That's all you sense.
So his foot fell in the hole, and then he heard, well, I guess I didn't hear anything, so.
Can I sense, like, if the movement's changed at all?
Roll a perception check. I don't know why I'm having you do this with your passive, but you know.
It's my passive is 24 now. It's probably higher than I can roll a lot of times.
Broken perception.
What'll a 20 get me?
A 20 will get you, yes, you sense a lot of movement coming from Oliver towards you a little bit, and then away.
So they're leaving.
Take my foot out. Just look down. Unless it's stuck.
No, your foot pulls out just fine.
Okay.
You peek in, and What's your AC?
17.
It just hits.
Oh.
You take 4 damage as a tiny rock catches you right between the eyes. And you see a little gopher-like being holding a sling, saying, "I'll hold him off! Run for it!"
Whoa, hold on. I do not mean no threat. I do not mean a threat to you. I am sorry. I misplaced my foot. We'll just be moving through here. We don't want to hurt you or your people. Sorry about that.
The creature has now taken a defensive stance, and it's just sitting there, like, arms up, tiny little gopher hands, just in a boxing formation.
I'm just gonna get up and like look to the others and be like, there are a lot of little gopher people down here. They are very rambunctious.
Well, let's just leave them be.
I could patch up their home good as new, and I'll
That's
mold
probably
the
a
earth
good
back to how it was.
Upon doing that, roll a charisma check, Talamh.
You always roll like just straight up charisma.
Yeah. Okay. That was enough. They rolled really low.
Huh.
As you patch it up and start to walk away, you hear a voice behind you say, "Thank you. Sorry about the misunderstanding."
You're welcome.
I'll pat Oliver on the back and heal him 4 points.
Nice.
All right. So, a couple more days go by of journeying. Now that you kind of know what to look for when you see these patches of dirt, you're able to avoid them if you'd like.
Yeah, I would. I don't want to, smash through something. They're obviously not, like, evil or anything.
Yeah.
We accidentally damaged their home and they freaked out. So, understandably.
And just for the sake of cuteness on the stream, I'm going to put the picture up.
Oh, would we have gotten into a fight?
I mean, you could have.
We're not the kind of people that
I'm not
just
gonna
attack.
pick fights with.
You never know what people will fight.
Well, yeah, but like our party definitely wasn't going to pick a fight with these things if we didn't have to.
They are adorable. There you go, chat.
I don't see it.
Hey, you don't have us at it, but you have it on the stream.
Yep.
Oh, it's a little furling. It's a prairie dog.
Yeah, it's a little prairie dog gopher person with a sling.
Where is it?
It's on the stream.
I can't access anything on Discord because it ruins the video feed. So.
Oh, all right. I'll have to look at it later.
Mm-hmm. Tome of Beasts, page 49. So, all right. Couple of days go by, and you're probably about halfway through your journey, and you come across a cart that has 2 silver horses, and like glowing silver, and a sign on the side of it that says, "Put your faith in fate." And there is a closed door at the back of the cart with a couple of steps that lead up to it. The trim is an ornate green roof, and there is elvish kind of design around the door.
It's just like just sitting there in the middle of nowhere.
I mean, so part of what you've seen in the Feywild, you have not come across a town yet, and you get the idea that most creatures here don't live in settlements. If they're not, the closest you've come are the hags that live on the Queen of Witches mountain, but even the furbolgs that you ran into at the base of the mountain and the Eladrin they didn't have like tents or anything put up, and those that you did see are collapsible. So people tend to move around more than settle down in the Feywild, it seems.
That is the Feywild and not the Fey civilization.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm content to just pass on, but if you guys want to interact.
The last time we interacted with somebody, she tried to steal my whole body.
Yeah.
It's true.
Hang on. Can I sense if there's anybody inside the building?
Yeah. Yep, there's a single individual that is in the cart. Think of like the Wizard of Oz.
Oh,
and
okay,
what
so
he
the cart...
he traveled in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
See, I thought there was like a separate building that.
No,
it's like a wagon. It's
Yeah.
a wagon.
Okay.
I will cast Divine Sense. Is it a fiend, a celestial, or an undead?
No.
Probably
Okay.
Fey.
I would assume so, but just in case. Cool. I'm content to let it be, but if you guys want to. I don't want to get drawn into another battle of wits because I am unarmed.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's move on.
Yeah, these horses don't interest me.
Do they have horns?
They're not
are they
unicorn.
just sparkly?
They're sparkly
Okay.
horses.
They're just sparkly.
And
I don't care
wouldn't
then.
know, so
Yep.
we're going.
All right. So, I can put that away.
Bypassing all Chuck's encounters.
I don't need my fortune read. I know what my fortune is.
Yeah, we put our faith in fate, and fate is telling us to go northwest.
I've been putting my faith in fate for years, so.
All right. Couple of days go by and not much. I mean, you're camping at night. It's very eerie being in this part of the Feywild. Or in the Feywild at night. Mostly because the moon doesn't move, and there's only one, and that's just weird for you.
That is weird. Not to feel two moons.
Like, and the fact that it stays above the mountaintops and doesn't, like, when the sun rises, the moon just kind of gets dimmer. It's like a turn knob on a light. It's just getting clicked off. It doesn't dip down. It doesn't go anywhere. It's
Fades
weird.
away.
Yeah, the Feywild is tidally locked to the moon. So
Yes.
the Feywild is the moon, and the moon is the planet. The moon is the prime material plane. The Feywild's on the moon.
Which one?
But then where's the other moon?
We don't see it because it's always on the other side of us.
Oh, we're on the closer moon.
Yeah.
Is it made of cheese?
Mm-mm.
Talamh, eat some dirt. Tell me.
All around, bend down, grab down.
Yeah.
We shouldn't take it for granted.
Oh, God. That hurt. That one hurt.
Okay.
Chuck takes 1d4 psychic damage.
Yeah, that feels like a 1.
Cool.
All right, so as
Onward.
you continue on, at some point over the 6th day of travel, the terrain is starting to get a little bit more scattered with...
6th?
Yeah.
Good, I can read now. Sorry. Go ahead.
Okay. What?
I was counting up my counter while we were traveling.
Ah.
And I have a shrub now.
Ooh.
Oh, the awakened.
Uh-huh,
Yeah, the
my
pot
Yeah.
of
My
awakening.
shrub has awakened. Sorry.
That'll be
I got
interesting.
excited and I interrupted. My apologies.
It's all good. I forgot
Oliver,
about
did you do multi-class rogue? Did you get Thieves' Cant?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. I also know Thieves' Cant.
Oh, great. They're going to talk to each other in thieves.
So, well, no, it's useful because now we have a non-verbal communication. We essentially have we could essentially know sign language, so
Mm-hmm.
we can
And
specify to use that.
Oh, and I can tap into the ground to your feet in like little Morse code.
Yep. So we have some ways to communicate silently if need be.
Cool.
All right, I gotta see what this awakened shrub does now because I'm kind of excited. I was almost gonna give it away, but it hadn't awakened yet, and like now I gotta like pull some shenanigans with it.
I forget what it does too. That's the funny thing.
Well, it just let's see. Here we go. The Awakened Shrub is in the monster manual.
Yep.
When the shrub awakens, its roots break the pot, destroying it. The pot is destroyed. The Awakened Shrub is friendly toward you. Absent commands from you, it does nothing. So you just tell it to follow us for now, and then you'll also have to pull up the stats for it.
Mm-hmm. Interesting.
Small plant.
That's always just 10 feet behind you.
It doesn't. It's not very strong.
It's okay. I mean,
It's just a little buddy. I would recommend just having it hang out on your shoulder or something.
Yep.
It's gonna hang out on my shoulder like a parrot.
Do you have a name for your shrub?
Not yet.
Okay.
Is it a shrub that can be? Could you? Could you turn it into topiary and make it actually look like a parrot?
I don't want to trim it, and I don't care what it looks like.
That's true.
Oh boy. Okay. So.
And it knows one language, and that language is gonna be primordial.
I approve of this. So, on the 6th day, you are all marching along, and suddenly, as I had said, the ground is starting to change a little bit. The plains are starting to fade away as you're going between this giant chasm, and every now and then you crest a hill and you can just kind of see in the distance this giant crater. You don't see where it goes or any details really. You just see the landscape drop off. And then you're starting to see the forest in front of you getting closer and closer, and you're starting to see more trees, and it's, you know you're making your way. But coming this day, probably about 4 o'clock on the material plane, the ground starts to shake. And looking northward, you see some kind of movement coming directly towards you. Some ways off in the distance, hard to see, but starting to grow bigger and bigger.
That doesn't feel good.
Could we make out like what type of shape it is? Is it like large or?
Judging by the size, you're thinking it's probably pretty large.
Is there any sort of cover we could take to, like, get out of line of sight and just kind of observe it?
Yeah. We will pull up a map so you can see where you're kind of at. So, you can move yourselves over. You are down on the south end, and the movement is coming from the top. And there is a 10-foot, roughly, hill in front of you. Or that you're at.
Oliver's still a chibi.
Why is Oliver still a chibi?
That's all I have.
I'm not even in.
Well, what did it do?
Well, if we grab and drop our own in there, it'll be the ones that are on our character sheets.
Right.
Which is supposed to be your new ones.
Oh.
So.
Well, it's not.
That's weird. But I put them on there.
Yeah. We'll just have to change them out in the character sheets.
It's supposed to. Because it has your picture, but then it has default token that it's supposed to pull from.
Well, because when I click on my sheet, all I see, I have to drag and drop the image, and it's the old one.
Oh, drag and drop your name.
How do I do that?
Click on the name, not the picture.
I can't click on the name.
On the right side under characters, on the character menu.
Not from the sheet, but
from your journal.
Oh.
There you go.
Oh my god, there's 2 Olivers.
I invoked duplicity.
Okay.
Invoked duplicity.
I have never done that.
Which is the real one. Oh no.
You guys are such dorks.
Kill her! I'm the real Talamh. The real Talamh would never give up the chance to die.
What?
Oh, I'm sorry. It's just a meme of like millennials want to die, so people always do that.
Oh, because she is a Zoomer. Yeah. Yeah, you're
So
right.
it's like, kill him. He's the real one, and then everyone wouldn't give up the chance to die.
Alright, I'm getting rid of double Oliver there. Alright, so you guys have maybe a round or two before whatever is moving is on top of you.
Go to the
5,
tree.
10, 15,
Climb the
20.
tree!
I'm gonna go, like here, and I'm gonna use my action to hide.
I can't control that token.
Oh no.
Delete the bottom one. Now
Deleting the bottom
one. Okay, I was right there, right? Okay.
You guys have plenty of time. Just you can put yourself wherever you want to be.
I'm gonna
Climb the
use
tree.
my action to hide. Against
So,
the tree.
just so you know, this hill here is a gradual progression up. It's not a sheer cliff, so it will count as difficult terrain to get up it, but you can climb up it from any direction at all. There's no problem there.
Difficult terrain. That's amazing.
Climb the tree.
You're gonna climb the tree?
I'm gonna climb up into the tree.
Alright, roll an athletic check.
Yep. I'm gonna guidance every one of us before we climb up into the tree. Anyone that's going to.
Can I roll acrobatics?
Can you... So... I'll allow it. Why not?
What, to climb acrobatics for the tree? Or...
no, for the guidance. And I see why... I don't see why I would stop that. So, go for it.
Okay.
I'll stay at the base of the tree, but I'll use, like, my hide action.
Yep. Roll... So, two of you roll acrobatics or athletics. And then Oliver can roll sneak. Double 22.
I only rolled a 12, though.
Alright, so I got a 13 to climb.
I got a 19.
Oh, I didn't even roll my...
You guys are so consistent.
24.
I love it. Alright, Talamh, with the 19, you were able to easily find purchase on the tree and do a kind of a druid flip up. I will say you have no advantage on perception checks while you're in the tree.
But I don't have disadvantage.
You don't have disadvantage, but you don't have advantage.
You lose your advantage. Yeah, that makes sense.
Ridire. It takes you a little bit. It's not pretty looking. You're fumbling with what to do with the shield. And just, like, where to place it to get comfortable with climbing this tree, and you just...
The shield's strapped to my arm, so I don't really have a lot of options. I just have to climb like this and not hit my head against the shield.
Collapsible.
It takes a little bit of doing, but you're able to get up into the tree.
Cool.
So if you guys want to move yourselves up into the actual branches...
Aha! We're in the tree.
Alright. It's about...
The branch like creaks underneath me.
So you watch as these things get closer and closer, and you start to see a four-legged creature, big antlers on it, coming towards you. And as they get even closer, you start to see that this is a herd of giant deer.
Oh, okay.
With 3 eyes, because the Feywild is weird.
So hopefully being in the tree will just help them run past and not trample us, so.
Those are giant deer.
Giant deer!
That's cool looking.
Thank you, Pixabay and Gimp, for allowing me to make Fey deer. Hey, Fey deer. Yeah, you get it?
Yeah. Wait, are they huge or are they large?
They're huge.
They're huge. They take up 9 spaces. Yeah.
Whoa.
Okay. So those are the ones you see right away.
Yep.
And so they're going to go... Let me pull up their speed here.
I will help pull you up if you want to climb into the tree, Oliver. But being directly behind it, you should be okay. Because if they're just stampeding past, they won't hopefully get that close to the tree.
All right, that one is going to go 5, 10, 15, and then transport and blink and go. Well, he'll go his full movement there, and then another 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. So you watch as one of them starts charging right for a tree, and right as you think it's about to hit it, it disappears, and a second later it reappears on the other side of the tree.
Nifty
So
trick.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. And they can't actually share space with one another because they're huge. So he'll go there. 15, 20, 21, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50.
If they're just going to run past us, you probably don't have to do every single movement of them.
No, but some are going to impact. So I'm just trying to get a feel for how many there are going to be.
That's a lot of them.
That's a lot of damage. We need flex tape.
Holy mackerel.
Like I said, this is a herd coming at you.
They're like Irish elk.
Alright. So, it looks like, looking at where they're all hitting and moving, 2 of them are going to hit the tree as they run by. So, I need not Oliver. I need Ridire and Talamh to roll a dexterity saving throw.
Alright.
Oliver has to make a dex save?
Sorry, Ridire and Talamh.
I have to make a dex save?
Yeah, it's as it runs by, it's hitting the tree. One of them hits the tree with its...
Can I, hold on to Ridire to help him make his deck save?
Seeing as how you got a 22, I'll say sure. It's a good thing you had advantage on that.
Because I helped.
Yep.
So you got a 19.
You stabilized me, thank you.
Yeah, so Talamh is able to just, without the armor and everything, plant the staff in between a couple of branches and brace herself. And as you watch these deer start to come at you, they are panicking. They are moving wildly. They're not really in control. And in doing so, they are one of them hits, but you are able to deal with it.
Deal with it.
You said they're panicky?
Yeah.
Could I tell if
Something's
chasing them?
Roll a perception check with disadvantage as you're trying to hide behind the tree. 13? At this point, there's too much being kicked up. There's too much movement around you. There's still more coming. Bigify. And one of them goes right by you on this side. Stay on the table. Alright. Ridire and Talamh, what is your passive stealth? Do you know that?
Just 10, whatever your stat is. So mine
13?
would be, mine would be 10.
Okay. So, they go running. A couple of them dart off the other direction. And as it looks like most of the deer are starting to get by you, that one's going to blink over behind you. So I have less to deal with. You're going to see a creature. Some kind of giant lizard on 2 legs coming towards you.
It's a T-Rex.
It's a mother trucking
God.
T-Rex.
Wow.
Move. Its vision is based on movement.
Oh, I could have drawn an adorable T-Rex.
I know.
He didn't want it to be adorable. He wanted it to be terrifying.
No, actually, I really wanted to have Talamh draw it, but I didn't come up with the T-Rex until, like, noon today. And I didn't want to rush order a T-Rex.
There'd have been no time.
When you have somebody who's willing to do art, you don't put them on time restraints like that.
Oh, there's more than one.
There is
right.
more than one.
Boy, this sure is a time I wish I had access to polymorph thematically, because I have access to it.
Thing I'm in the tree.
Yes. It's a good thing you're in the tree.
Oh, I don't like the way that sounds.
I ain't scared.
So, the deer, for the most part, you're able to avoid because y'all are smart and hit up the tree, which I didn't take into account. I'm now annoyed and proud. So, actually, the giant deer have a hit point of 10.
That's all
And we
they
have
have.
10 hit points.
Wow.
So they're basically just normal deer. They're just bigger. So had we had
doubled.
to like fight them,
You would have wiped the floor with them.
we would have
If we would have had to
destroyed
fight
them.
them, I would have laid out the welcome mat and they would have died.
Yep.
They would have died running through. Well, a couple of them might have blinked past it since they have that teleporting thing. But
Yep, because they're Fey deer. I
Yeah.
used the Feywild Companion book has rules on changing
I can
the
convert 'em.
size of creatures, and so I turned them into huge deer, and I gave them blink because
They're blink dogs with antlers.
yep.
Cool.
As you see these giant lizard creatures come running by, this one is a colossal moron, apparently.
He's only a
50,
huge
20,
moron.
25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, and runs past you.
I mean, the deer are easier and probably more desirable prey than we are, so it makes sense.
Yeah.
He's hyper-focused. He rolled a
Yeah.
1. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. Gets to about there. Turns and sees you. 10, 15,
Staring at it.
And that one sees Talamh in the tree.
Great.
So, what do you do?
No.
I'm just going to stay hidden, hopefully, or stay in the tree and hope that it decides that the other things are tastier than I am.
Okay, Talamh, what do you do?
I'm not gonna attack it and for sure make it do something to me.
I don't make it angry because it's big and scary.
All right, roll me a wisdom check.
Great.
Both of us.
Nope, wisdom saving throw. I mean, Talamh.
Keep piling it on. Sure.
You have +5.
Okay, it's an 18.
All right, you're fine. Oliver, what do you do?
I'm staying hidden. You haven't seen me yet.
That's smart. I don't blame you.
All right. Let's see what. Oh boy, this is gonna be a quick encounter. That's a lot higher than it had any right to be.
I don't know if my disarming nature does anything to make them not want to eat me, but
Roll a charisma check.
I'm hoping it does. Just flat charisma?
Unless you want to do persuasion. I guess it'd be persuasion, wouldn't it?
I will 100% use persuasion.
We got the food you're looking for.
Actually, I'm going to use my channel divinity and give myself an additional +5 to the persuasion.
Go for it.
So that is a 26.
All right.
Oh, off of a 9.
They see you, sniff a little bit. One lets out a giant Jurassic Park roar, which apparently I'm wearing the right shirt today. You can't even see it, but I'm rocking the... Didn't even try to do that. That was totally a mistake. Or unintentional. But, yeah, lets out a roar. A banner falls down of when dinosaurs ruled the earth, and walks away.
Sprints away after the deer, I think.
Yeah.
More apt.
It walks away for a few steps, and then it starts chasing after the deer again.
Alright, Ridire is going to finally let loose the breath that he was holding for the last 2 minutes.
One of them rolled a nat 20 on deciding to attack you. Its intelligence is a -4, and you rolled a 26 on your persuasion. Yeah, it decided that you were less tasty than the deer.
Oh.
This is not the food you're looking for.
I mean, we are a lot less. I guess they wouldn't know that we're a much more difficult prey to take down.
No, but they would know that we're not worth their time to stop because they're still going to have to chase the deer to get a full meal.
Yeah, like we'd be like,
especially with 3 of them.
We'd be like a kernel of popcorn.
It'd be like if a bear was chasing a deer and there was a rabbit there. Is it going to stop chasing the deer to kill the rabbit? Probably not. It's going to keep going after the deer.
Unless it steps on the rabbit.
Unless it steps on the rabbit. But we were in the tree.
Yeah, see?
Had we not been in the tree, would have been very different, because then we would have been like in front of them. It would have been a very different approach. They would have,
This is why I can't write encounters when I'm tired, because I didn't even think about climbing the tree.
I expected us to get onto the hill.
Onto the hill.
Yeah, or, not just decide to, deal with it.
Not to hide. I mean, listen, we're not like high intelligence.
I thought you were going to hide here, and you would have to deal with getting jumped over and stepped on, and...
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
I thought you would hide here.
The fact that you said it's not an actual cliff, it's just a slight hill. I was like, you can't really hide behind that. You're just laying on an inclined plane.
The moment they started like going and they were like going through like one direction, I had like the backup of like Misty Step. It's like I could just Misty Step like 30 feet away from here.
I saw you. Yeah, I saw you measuring that. I was like, oh, I wonder what he's doing.
I suppose I could have thunderstepped with Ridire too.
Yeah, you could have. If they had attacked us, that probably would have been a good.
Yeah,
good
we were
move.
just gonna like.
Yeah.
All right. Well, 3 for 3 encounters avoided today.
Really, what was in the cart?
Fortune teller that murders you and eats your spleen. I don't know. Who cares?
It was Baba Yaga.
It wasn't Baba
No, her
Yaga.
house has chicken legs.
Uh-huh.
That's true.
And she would be more in the Shadowfell, not the Feywild.
I could see her fitting into either because she's a hag. Well, in some versions of the myth.
Yeah.
Oh, Russia is the Shadowfell. Got it.
Nah, it tracks.
Yeah, that might as well be canon now.
I apologize to any of our
so
Russian viewers that we don't
You
have.
got to work on your Russian accent for when we go to the Shadowfell.
Duh.
That's where all of it
Who's
is
from
now.
the Shadowfell.
Surprise!
Oh.
If that
That's what
means
his
I get
mask
to
is
watch,
hiding. He's
It's not
He's
that
dead.
It's not that he won't show his face. It's that the sun burns him.
a Shadar Kai.
as long as I get to watch Anastasia and just mimic
Rasputin.
Christopher Lloyd
what
Is
is it, Christopher
Rasputin?
Lloyd?
is Rasputin.
Okay.
Or do you mean Bardock the
No, I'm not going to mimic Bardock.
Isn't Bardock Goku's dad?
Uh,
But that's the name of the bat. I'm almost certain of it.
yep. Bartok is the
Bartok.
bat. Bardock is Goku's
Yeah.
dad.
Okay. I was a letter off and I pronounced it with a hard T that sounded like a D essentially.
I had to figure that one out. All right. Well, there goes my encounters. All right.
Well, the good thing is that even when we get bad encounters, at least if we're smart.
God, imagine if Ridire was a Learban.
Ugh.
He would have charged at the deer and
Gotten trampled.
well, actually, he probably wouldn't have charged at him, but he would have just been like, he would have hunkered down with his shield and weapon ready,
It had the
and that would have gone differently. The deer might have still run past, but
the T-Rex. He would not have let that slide.
the T-Rex, he would have swung at the T-Rex.
All right. Well, another couple of days go by, and you enter you're on the outskirts of the forest.
Which Fey Lord was in the forest?
Bear King.
Bear King.
Yeah.
Cool.
Don't make him mad.
Yeah, when bears get mad, they pull out their 2 claymores and kill shopkeepers.
What? Chuck, I missed a golden opportunity with the Bear King.
I'm having a moment.
Why? What was your golden opportunity?
Oh, I could have drawn him like a leather daddy.
Oh God, no!
Because he's the Bear King.
Oh, that poor shopkeep.
Wait, what? I'm so confused.
This was an old campaign we did, and I made a bear, and he was a berserker, and so he dual wielded 2-handed greatswords when he was enraged, and this shopkeep was being a complete dick, which he was supposed to. It was the Ravenloft campaign, and like the instructions tell you that this guy's supposed to be kind of dismissive and a little bit snotty and stuff like that. But my character was a very much, you give me what I want or I take it, because he had been forced to fight in a gladiatorial arena was his background. So like he was,
because he's a bear.
yeah. So he just hates everyone. So he killed the shopkeeper. And Chuck had to have Strahd enter the shop to stop me from murdering his son as well.
Wow.
Yeah, we didn't play that campaign past like the second session.
We played like 2, maybe 3 sessions.
Because Strahd murdered you all.
No, but it did end with me going straight to his castle. Not doing, and I was going to his castle. I wasn't doing any of the stuff of like looking to gain information. I was marching up to his castle.
It's the one and only time I've ever tried to run a official campaign, and I couldn't do it because I couldn't keep Zero on track.
Well, it's also I don't want to be I don't want to be that player that's like, it's what my character would do, but that character and like a Learbin as well are very just, okay, that's the thing that's wrong. I'm going straight for that thing. I'm not going to bother looking up its weaknesses and stuff, which you should do, but those characters aren't going to think that way, right? So he was gonna get killed by a vampire.
Yeah.
So.
All right. Well, back onto this campaign.
Yeah. Sorry.
That's just trauma, bad memories.
Make the Bear King angry.
Yeah.
Or do.
Fortunately, we have two strapping lads that the Bear King will probably take a liking to.
Oh, Lord. Just gonna delete those. Alright, talk amongst yourselves for a second. I have to download some things because this was supposed to take a lot longer and end tonight with getting to this point.
I'm sorry that we just avoid encounters because we don't want to needlessly kill things.
You're not murder hobos, and I don't know how to deal with that.
We can change this campaign.
Yeah. Remember, Talamh grew up in a home. Like, she's not a hobo.
We can have a mass corruption arc. Like,
it almost happened, but
we just need to steal Oliver's mask, and he goes on a murderous rampage.
Yeah, that's the thing. I'm like I'm just a magic mask, right? So I've taken over the body.
He's the SCP mask.
Yeah,
He's
exactly.
the mask.
Yeah, I am the mask starring Jim Carrey. You take off the mask and it's just Jim Carrey.
At least it's not the Jamie Kennedy.
I was gonna say it could be Jamie Kennedy.
Oh, that'd be worse.
That'd be much worse.
Jamie Kennedy made a movie about how everybody hates him, and it was hilarious and awful.
Sounds about right.
And then he had like a punked type show. It was like the Jamie Kennedy Experiment or something like that.
That was early on. That's when he got popular somehow.
Was he just like a comedian before that?
Comedian, actor, using that term loosely.
Which one, comedian or actor?
Why not both?
Why not Zoidberg?
Welcome to the anti-Jamie Kennedy moment of the podcast.
I'm sorry, Jamie Kennedy, if you ever watch this.
Yeah.
I did not hate you in Tremors. I actually thought you were okay.
Wait,
like
he was
Tremors.
in Tremors?
The last 2 or 3, I think.
Wait, how many Tremors are there?
Like,
7.
at this point, 8, I think? 7 or 8?
I
it
knew
up
of
to 8 now?
Tremors. Was it Tremors 3 was Back to Perfection?
Yep, that was 3, and that tied in with the TV show. And then the 4th one was the prequel in the Wild West.
Yep. And then they did
Maybe I saw
Bloodlines, which is in Africa, and then A Cold Day in Hell.
Yep, which is...
And
so
then
that was
just
6.
last year, Shrieker Island came out.
Yep,
And it's 7.
Which one was the Ass Blasters?
3.
That was 3, yeah. I don't think they introduced them until the 3rd one.
They did not.
Okay. So it was the Graboids in 1, the Shriekers in 2, and the Ass Blasters
Ass
in
Blasters
3.
in 3. And then beyond that, they didn't typically add whole new types. It was just like slight variations. Like there was like a queen version of one, which was like bigger and smarter and stuff like that. At least through the 5th one. I haven't seen Cold Day in Hell or Shrieker Island, so.
Cold Day in Hell, I didn't see. Shrieker Island was a Shrieker variant.
Mm-hmm. Bloodlines was pretty terrible, so I stopped caring after that one.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I mean, they're all kind of campy, but I love the first 4.
They replaced Jamie Kennedy in the 4th and 5th. He was in the 4th and 5th one, and Napoleon Dynamite is in the 7th one.
Oh.
Or the 6th one, I mean.
I like how no one can remember his actual name, but
Nope.
it's
Don
Napoleon Dynamite. Which I loved Blades of Glory.
Such a dumb movie.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Sorry, I think I'm finally... I'm good. So, you enter the woods, and the first thing that you notice, I mean, you started this campaign in the material plane version of these woods. You're used to the big trees, the kind of the mystical nature of the trees. These are huge. These trees are massive. The growth is, like, the leaves and everything are a vibrant orange, vibrant reds and yellows, some that are blue, just to, break up kind of the color and let your eyes adjust to what you're seeing. The tree trunks are a silver and gold-like color.
They're all Fey trees.
These don't have the portals surrounding them that you can see, but they are Fey trees.
I'm gonna touch all of them.
Feeling the tree, you get a sense of some of the bugs that live under the bark or in the tree, and there's a lot of life surrounding you right now as you step into the forest.
This is like the late afternoon now, right?
I mean, this is
a couple more days.
This has been a couple of more days. You guys have ultimately you traveled for 8 days.
I say to my little shrub buddy, soak up your sunshine. You could end up like them.
It's too bad you don't have to speak with the plants.
It understands.
It understands primordial.
It understands me.
It understands. You don't get to have it talk back.
It just shivers and goes. Shrub noise. Happy shrub noise.
Happy shrub noise. It ruffles its leaves. And kind of purses its plant lips, and you hear a little whistle sound coming through from it.
Yeah.
So, I'm assuming you guys are just going to venture in. Do you have a game plan?
Yeah, I planned a game.
Look for party.
Gonna
Okay.
wander in.
Okay.
Find a bear party and join in.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Roll me a survival check, all of you.
Everybody.
Dancing
Guidance all around.
Wait, we're all rolling survival?
Yep.
19.
18.
10.
Okay.
The twos
So-
again.
Moving forward, you can cast guidance on one person for checks like these. Because it's an action to cast. So, they then get it for a minute, but it's concentration, so... Really, as long as... No. You can cast it on one person. Otherwise, I just have to give everybody a permanent plus D4, and...
Well,
no.
I can't use it like during combat.
Yeah.
It'd be basically useless. It's only to make things a little bit easier outside of combat.
Yeah. So, when doing, like, during campfire, cool, because that's spaced out over a bunch of days. That's fine. It's for, like, making your way as a group, doing a group check. One person gets it.
I assumed this was survival checks for across a period of time to enter into the forest. I didn't realize it was all at one as we enter. So,
yeah.
That's why I was, that makes sense.
So. Alright. So 10, 18, 19. Pretty good. Alright, so you all make your way, finding your footing pretty good, and head in. One of the big differences between this forest and the counterpart on your plane of existence is the forest there is known for how dark it is. The night forest. And you go in half expecting to have that same sense of being like Talamh is all the time.
Forest sure is dark.
The silver trees here seem to give off a glow that illuminates the area around. So it's very easy to see, very easy to traverse.
It's like Lothlorien.
Is that a thing?
That's the realm of
Lord
the
of the
elves from Lord of the Rings.
Yeah. Do the trees glow?
When they meet Galadriel. I don't know if they do canonically, but they kind of seem to in the movies.
Ah. Hard to have original ideas now in fantasy. Good lord.
Well, I mean, half of D&D stuff is kind of, at least in its roots, based in Lord of the Rings anyway.
Yeah. At least half. So, probably about 3 or 4 hours of travel in the woods. You have a sense of direction of where to go, but of just deeper into the woods. But that's really all you're going for, and so you're just kind of marching ahead, making your way through these woods. Into the woods.
Into the woods to grandmother's house. At home before dark.
Eventually,
Woods and out of the woods.
you start to hear music and laughter.
I enjoy both of those things.
Saying that, I'm assuming you're going to make your way towards it?
Yes.
Alright.
I can't hear your curiosity.
Obviously, we're looking for a party.
Okay. Heading straight forwards, or are you kind of stealthing? What's your marching speed here?
I mean, I'm not gonna like charge, but I'm not gonna be stealthy. It's
No
not. There's no
frozen on the
point in me
chat.
trying to be stealthy.
Yeah, I'm not trying to sneak into the party. We're just gonna
Right.
walk up.
I'm just gonna see what's going on.
I'm hoping like Dionysus type party where everyone's invited and everyone's drunk.
There's some freaky stuff going on in that corner.
That's okay, because everyone's drunk.
Oh my, it's a very good party.
Haha, puns.
Yay, somehow we all got frozen again on the stream.
You can fix it. I believe in you.
I'm working on it. I know how to fix it, I just don't like that I have to fix it. Alright. Is everybody moving?
I see you and I moving. You and me. I believe it's good.
Okay, there the other two go.
there is a slight lag, so...
Make sure it's still moving. Yep. Okay. Sorry about that, everybody. And I think we're good. All right. So, making your way towards the party, you see a clearing in the woods, and in the center of it are what look to be 3 giant bears clad in some loose leathers and some basic clothing, as well as a couple of half people, half goat creatures with small horns.
Fawns.
Yeah.
They just partying.
They are
Big
so.
time.
A couple of the bears are rolling back and forth. They seem to be wrestling, and the half humanoid, half human, half elven, really, half goat people have big mugs, and they are just laughing and drinking. One of them's got a lute and is playing some music. And yeah, one of the bears is sitting on a rock with a giant mug. Looks like, bring your own drink, slushy day type device that he is drinking from.
Push to talk.
Is that... Sorry, I keep forgetting. Is that one of those kinds of things where if you, you could show up with a Lowe's bucket?
Yes.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm just gonna kind of follow whoever wants to make the first move.
Yeah,
I'll just walk in towards them.
I'm gonna, like, party rock anthem dance my way up.
Alright.
I'll groove a little bit as I walk up. Old man groove.
Talamh, roll a performance check.
Oh no!
You already made him mad. He kicked out of another place in the Fey.
Oh, I love it.
It's not the skill, it's the intent behind it.
As Talamh is doing this odd, offbeat, no tempo at all dance, and Ridire is just kind of head bobbing.
I was gonna say something to them.
Talamh reaches the trees first with her performance, and you just see this. If there was a record player going, you would hear the scratch.
Basically, this would be like if we were at a club and someone started Fortnite dancing at us from across the room.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's actually pretty fitting.
So, they've all stopped and are now just staring at you.
I'll just be like, hello!
one of the satyrs looks at you and hi. Can we help you?
Oh, we were just traveling, and we heard your music and your cheery vibe, and we wanted to come say hello and join in the fun time briefly, maybe.
Clearly.
Is the party invite only?
Well, no. Anybody is welcome if they're, cool enough.
Are you telling me I'm not cool?
Do you think you're cool?
Nobody who's actually cool thinks they're cool.
That was the right answer. So, material plane people, what are you here for? What's going on?
We're just traveling. We're hoping to be able to meet with His Majesty the Bear King. We've heard he's a wonderful man and someone great to... I hear he throws great parties. That's the biggest thing. Obviously, I'm sure everyone around here does, but I hear he throws great parties.
Oh, he throws pretty good parties.
Yeah. Well, so we definitely we caught wind of that, and we were like, that we want a party.
Well, and he looks at Talamh again. Little one, do you think you can keep up?
Oh. Yes.
Have your shrub dance.
Yeah, the shrub starts dancing.
Oliver, what are you doing during all this?
I am just standing there. Observing this happen.
Shrub is basically baby Groot.
The satyr hands Talamh a cup and says, well, you're gonna join us. You're gonna join us. Have a drink.
Let's go. Ooh, what is that? That's fascinating.
Mead. Roll a constitution check.
Just straight constitution?
Constitution saving throw.
+5.
Oh! Talamh can handle her liquor.
I actually love that because it's a saving throw. A paladin's aura makes him and his friends less susceptible to alcohol. Paladin is just so holy and righteous that people don't get drunk around him.
Well, the DC will keep rising depending on how many drinks you have.
If you drink a lot of it, yeah.
But for that first one, yeah, you taste the sweetest honey you have ever had, Talamh. And the other creatures there, the bears, hand Oliver and Ridire mugs as well.
I will.
Well, join us.
Yep, I'll take a swig.
I will hold it because I have a mask.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Hold on. All right, I gotta...
Just dip the beak of the mask in the mug.
Yeah,
You've got a straw in there, right?
I'll dip it just like
The satyr looks at you and is like, "You're one of those types, huh? Here," and he hands you a straw.
Oh, and then I'll like stick it like underneath, and it's like a silly straw type thing.
Yep.
Bring me another.
All right. Let's do this.
Do I need to make a con save?
You're a grown adult. You can handle a mead.
A drink. Okay.
Yeah. He gets you another. And Talamh is officially tipsy.
Attention viewers. Roll for Initiative does not condone underage drinking.
This is a fantasy game played with an adult. We can do this. Please drink responsibly.
Hang on. I want to give myself bear's endurance. For
What?
bear's endurance, because then I give it's the enhance ability.
Yeah,
Oh,
So I get advantage on Constitution saving throws.
that's amazing. One of the bear folk stops and looks at you and... Huh. Something familiar about you.
I barely know you at all.
Oh, I see what you did there.
Because I sure as heck didn't.
Oh. Can we laugh at that? He turns to the other one.
The best part is Talamh never says whether they can.
I've noticed. Oh.
she loves the awkward tension it creates.
The
Teenager.
two bear folk go back to their wrestling match.
Cool.
Okay, Talamh decided she has had enough. That's what the D2s were for.
Yep.
I'll just keep drinking my one mug.
All right.
Reader doesn't drink very often, but he, just in order to not be rude, he accepted it.
This is a great party. I'm gonna start dancing again.
Roll another performance check. With advantage.
Because you're drunk.
Inhibition gone. 21. Yep. Yeah, the music starts up again, the satyrs start dancing, and the bear folk is letting out a jaunty tune about may the honey flow and the mead warm your belly, and all thanks to old honey paws.
His honey paws.
The Bear King.
Oh,
Oh, you call him honey paws.
Old honey paws.
Old honey paws.
well, that's fun. That's nice. I like that.
Get on his
You
good
seem-
side and you'll have food and drink for as long as you want.
Oh,
Just so
Sounds
we know,
grand.
how do we, stay on his good side, and we wouldn't want to sour the moment, how do you say?
Yeah, we
Don't be
didn't
a
want to make
dick.
him angry.
Be polite. Be forthright and never have an empty mug.
Speaking of, can I get a refill?
Absolutely. And pours you another. So, you spend the next half hour or so hanging out with this ragtag group. And after a while, they say, head down this pathway, follow it for about a day. You'll be in the heart of the woods, and you'll find yourself at the court of the Bear King.
Oh, thank you very much.
Thanks for the company.
Cheers.
Cheers to you, sir. Roll a
Cheers, thanks for
constitution
the-
check at this point, Ridire.
13.
Yeah, you might remember those directions. Maybe.
You follow the path and forest.
Can I get one for the road, please?
Of course. Hands you a mug. Keep it as a souvenir of your time here with us.
You are the kindest people I've ever met.
You're a fun one, little thing.
Did you hear that, Ser Ridire? They called me fun.
I've never disputed that you are fun.
But you're already my friend. You have to say that.
No, I don't.
Oliver, roll an embarrassment check. roll an introvert. Roll an introvert saving throw.
I'm like that wallflower. I'm kind of sitting there. I'm like, not like not enjoying my time, but I'm not doing much. Sitting there with my drink, slow sipping, just like.
Meow. Meow.
Great party.
Oh.
Good time.
Hi, buddy.
That's Munchkin.
That's Munchkin?
Do I need to roll?
It's Munchkin. But he's not orange.
Alright, I'm looking through OBS's studio mode on the far corner to see your screen.
Oh my god. You love being held. Quit complaining.
Am I required to make a constitution
Oh, yeah.
check?
I'm not drunk. Because I only had one.
Panda doing the safe roll.
Ridire fell off the wagon a tiny bit.
Wow!
I'm feeling just okay, unless the DC is really high.
It was 20.
Alright.
Enough time had passed from the last drink to now that you're okay. Still a little woozy. Still gonna have a massive headache in the morning.
Question.
Yes.
Lay on hands can cure poison.
Yes.
Could I use it to cure alcohol poisoning and therefore avoid hangovers?
Yes.
Cool. When we'll head off along the road, and I will use 5 points of lay on hands for each of us to cure our alcohol poisoning.
Oliver, roll a perception check.
I don't see nothing.
You don't see nothing. You are so busy trying to figure out how to interact in this situation that you're just kind of there. So.
Well, we're heading out along the path anyways, so.
Yeah. That was for this whole little exchange, though, which was still within.
Oh, okay.
Pretty close distance to the little wood party.
So.
All right. You make your way through the woods, and eventually you see another clearing. This one is definitely purposeful. The trees start to thin, and it's less of a natural rocky terrain as there's a clear pathway leading to a grove of trees that have been grown and twisted to form an archway. And you walk down this long tunnel of trees in this shape. The sound of buzzing as you approach this area has gotten to be significant. And Talamh, you can hear them and you can sense where they are, but you don't get the sense and the scope of the swarms of bees that occasionally fly overhead. And they tend to be up in the higher parts, probably 10 feet off the ground. making their way 10, 12 feet or so. But they're there, and sometimes it gets so loud that the buzzing starts to drive you insane a little bit before you go to an area where they are less prevalent.
That explains where the honey comes from.
And these are not only big swarms, but they're big bees. They're, the size of your fist each.
I was thinking like basketball, so that's not nearly as big.
I'm holding my shrub buddy up in front of my face as I walk forward.
We are sober, by the way. I instantly sobered us up with magic, so.
Well, what a party pooper.
You don't want to deal with a hangover. You've never had one before, trust me.
What's a hangover?
Exactly.
Would have been a good way to get her to never drink again.
No, I mean, if she wants to, once she's old enough, I have no. She can do that. She's free to make that decision.
Wait, what's the average height of a bar in your little world here?
Probably about standard 4 foot or so.
Then I'm tall enough to see over it.
Alright. So, going through this archway, you are greeted by a big bear standing on 2 legs, holding a spear in one hand, and some cobbled together armor with a helm, kind of a Skyrim helmet. And he looks at you approaching and, halt! Who goes there?
I am Ser Ridire. These are my traveling compatriots, and we're here to pay homage to the Bear King.
Why?
I mean, we're traveling through his forest. We thought it was only polite to at least thank him for letting us travel through his lands, as well as we hear that he throws great parties. We're hoping that maybe we'd, be here in time to catch one. If you ever, at any point, if you need me to roll a persuasion, just let me know.
I need to read something.
I make my plant start dancing because it wants to party.
Did you pour a little bit of mead in it? Oh, it doesn't have a pot anymore.
No, it's just got root legs.
Okay. Ridire.
Yes.
Are you using your calming nature to get him on your good side?
My disarming nature is a passive thing. I don't have any control over it.
Roll a perception check with advantage.
8.
Okay. He looks at you and... Okay. Hold on. Stay here. And turns around and leaves. And inside this clearing, you can see it is lit up by large lanterns that are giving off a nice warm glow. The clearing, while, there's a good... it looks the size of a large house, is like a throne room, a large throne room. it is covered with trees, and the lantern light gives it almost a cave-like feeling in this area. And at the far end, sitting on a little raised up piece of dirt at this massive throne, you see... Well, I'll show you who you see.
Wayne the Rock Johnson. Oh.
This guy. Big old pot of honey at his feet, and he's just occasionally taking a spoon and dipping it in and taking big sips of straight honey.
Hey, sometime honey be that good.
As you wait, you see the bear guard go and talk to him. And a few seconds go by. The bear returns and says, Yeah, he'll talk to you.
Thank you.
And that is, as you step in and make your way to the Bear King, that is where we're going to end tonight. Because I've got some map making to do. So, you have made your way to the throne room of the Bear King. And with that, we're going to bid you all adieu. So, make sure you, if you like what we do, like, comment, subscribe. Thank you to Syrinscape, even though I didn't use it again. I had it pulled up, I just didn't click play, so that was fun. Yeah. Do all those things. Check out our Patreon if you want. And most importantly, we are doing Extra Life. We're raising money again, so if you have the means to donate, it goes to a really good cause. You can click the link that is pinned in the chat. We would really appreciate it. And if we hit our goal of $1,200, we will do a 24-hour live stream event. Somehow. We're going to make it happen. So, thank you. May you roll those nat 20s and avoid those critical fails. And have a good night.
Bye.